Actually, have always been unable to accept one fact. I'm already quite old. And yet I'm still living in a dream. I still feel like I'm 18. I still love to fantasize every day. Right now I'm still someone who's in love with love. And now I've realized, all the good guys are married. And all the good girls are married too. Before the age of 30, they've all handed in their papers. Seems like after 30, unmarried men and women, to a large extent, probably have some issues. The problem with older single women is that, when they were young, they aimed too high. They looked down on this guy, looked down on that guy, wanting this, wanting that, and wanting even more. As for men in their 30s who aren't married, there are actually quite a few of them too. So how do these older single men end up left behind?
She says she's no longer young, but her mindset is stuck at 18. She fantasizes about love, still lost in the rosy filter of youth. She sighs that all the good men and women are taken by 30. The ones left? They're flawed, one way or another. But she forgets, back when she was young, her standards were sky high, never willing to compromise. It's not that no one pursued her, she just didn't think anyone was good enough. Today's loneliness is the consequence of yesterday's choices. She blames the harshness of reality, but never reflects on her own decisions. The real issue isn't that she's been left behind, it's that she's never grown through the process of picking and choosing. Next episode: how women who chase too hard still can't find a match, and how they step into a dead end.
I'm a 35-year-old single woman. If I don't bend over backwards, I can't even find a guy. When I say bend over backwards, I don't mean not asking for a house, a car, or a dowry, or even offering to pay a dowry for the guy. What I mean is, for a date, I have to pay for dinner, karaoke, movies. Only then will a guy agree to go out with me.
She doesn't wait for men to make the first move. Instead, she invites them to dinner, karaoke, or movies. To her, this isn't chasing, it's just politely creating opportunities. But the reality is, she's long past the age where she holds the power to choose. The ordinary men she once dismissed? They've already built families. She thinks she's still worth pursuing, but she overlooks that her competitors are now a younger generation. Her initiative today is merely the price of her past choices. When a woman starts chasing to get a response, love has already turned into a transaction. Next episode: hear the raw complaints of a 38-year-old woman about the marriage market and what she's truly losing.
I'm 38, born in the year of the rabbit. Just because I'm older and single. People keep telling me not to be picky. They say settling for someone less educated or less ideal is better than being alone. It's like they think I'm single because I'm chasing after tall, rich, handsome guys. But that's not true at all. All I want, after all these years, is someone I can talk to. Someone I can connect with on a basic emotional level. Is that too much to ask? Do I not even have the right to have this basic standard anymore?
She says she doesn't need a tall, rich, or handsome man, just someone she can connect with. But even that simple wish feels like a luxury to her now. She cries as friends urge her to stop being picky, saying a less educated guy could still work. She pushes back, insisting it's just about basic emotional resonance. But she forgets, the dating market isn't about exchanging feelings, it's a marketplace. She thinks she's just holding her ground, but to others, she's long lost her bargaining power. It's not that society is too harsh, it's that she learned reality too late. Next episode: she has a glamorous job in a big city but lives in a tiny rented room. A glimpse into the real loneliness of urban single women.
Sisters, I was born in 1991. I'm 34 and still single, unmarried. When I went back home for the holidays, I chatted with my old high school classmates. They said, "Look at you, coming back from the big city. Working at a fancy foreign company in Shanghai, so glamorous. With a pretty good income too. You're the most successful among us." I said, "Really? Do you know I'm renting a 10 square meter shared apartment in Shanghai? No living room, just a bed. A tiny kitchen the size of my hand. And a bathroom. My 3 meals a day are basically all takeout. I squeeze onto the subway to commute. Sometimes spending 3 hours getting to and from work. By the time I get home, it's already 8 p.m. Facing an empty rental apartment. I don't even have anyone to talk to. Shanghai is so vibrant. But I've never felt like I belong. You really think I'm doing well?
Born in 91, she's 34, single, and unmarried. To outsiders, she's thriving in the big city. But her reality? A cramped shared apartment, a 3-hour commute, and a life sustained by takeout. She says she doesn't even have someone to talk to. In the most vibrant city, she's never truly belonged. This isn't independence, it's an island created by the pressures of modern life. She worked hard studying and climbing the career ladder but neglected her emotional life. While other women honed their emotional intelligence and dating skills, she was burning out on overtime and late nights. It's not that men aren't good enough for her, she's the one who's long withdrawn from the race. Next episode, the real looks obsessed. Ones aren't men, it's women, and their views on love are ruining their chances.
Let me tell you straight up. Among single women, 80% of them are actually obsessed with looks. Everyone says guys are shallow. But the real shallow ones are women. If a guy is tall and handsome, women will lower their expectations for his wealth or income. But if it's a guy who's 1.7 meters tall, a bit chubby, even if he earns $1 million a year, and is willing to give everything for the girl, she still won't feel a spark. And haven't you noticed? In the process of finding a partner, what's really rare isn't guys with good conditions. It's guys who are good-looking. This is the core reason why most women can't find a partner. What do you think?
She's blunt. 80% of single women are obsessed with looks. A tall, handsome man, even if broke or without a house, is still acceptable. But a slightly chubby guy who's 5'7", even with $1 million income? Hardly gets a second glance. In her words, a good-looking man is the hard currency of the dating market. The problem isn't men being picky, it's women fixating on the same small pool of guys. They claim they have high standards, but they ignore that the market doesn't care about sentimentality. In the dating world, appearance always trumps credentials. And these women? They're still using the wrong yardstick to measure reality. Final episode: how she sums up the brutal rules of the marriage market, and even admits men shouldn't date women over 30.
I'm doing a challenge on Douyin to get married in 100 days. And it's taught me a secret, a truth. I think when men look for a partner, they don't need to go for women in their 30s like us. They should go for 18-year-olds. Because if you date an 18-year-old girl, you buy her some cherries, a stuffed toy or chocolate, and she'll say, "Wow, you're so amazing, brother. I'm so happy. You're so good to me." But if you go for women in their 30s like us, you buy a stuffed toy or chocolate, and we'll say, "That's it? Where's the surprise?" See what I mean? We're too practical. And that's why we can't get married. When the 18-year-old girl grows up, past 20, past 25, dump her. Keep dating 18-year-olds. Whatever you do, don't change your taste.
She's brutally honest. Men shouldn't date women over 30. She calls herself too pragmatic, too hard to please. A stuffed toy or a box of chocolates. No thrill there. But an 18-year-old girl would feel delighted, gushing, "You're the best." She's not mocking herself, she's admitting she's lost the ability to embrace romance. She even suggests men keep dating 18-year-olds for that fresh passion and response. She finally gets it. It's not that men are picky, she's the one who saw the truth too late. When you rely on experience to prop up your confidence, your youth has already slipped away. You think a high degree, a great job, or hard work will win you love? Think again.
The video is coming to an end, and if you enjoyed it, please consider subscribing. I'll keep updating with content you love. and your support is my biggest motivation to keep going. Also, feel free to leave any suggestions in the comments. I'll be picking some of your feedback from there, and those selected will get a mysterious reward from me.